Friday, so I should be well, right?
Are they?
Aren't they? Then they're supposed to work.
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
Yes. How you doing? Good.
No.
We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Welcome to the April 9th meeting for the Shawnee County Board of Commissioners. My name is Kevin Cook, serve as the Chair of the County Commission. Joining me today is Commissioner Shelley Bueller. Good morning. And Commissioner Bob Archer. Good morning.
Good morning.
Madam Clerk, if we could have our first item.
First item is under proclamations, presentations. Number one, presentation regarding year-end results of the Household Hazardous Waste Facility. Tom Block, Public Works Solid Waste.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tom Block of Public Works and Solid Waste. I do have a couple of things. One of these I'll hand out here. Once you use a copy of this, what's just on the screen here. I also have one other thing.
Thanks.
Well, before I get started, I'm going to give just a quick, real brief presentation on what's been going on at the Household Hazardous Waste Facility. I know you hear me just nearly every month say we have an event coming up on Saturdays, and this is kind of what's been going on when we do those. But before I get started, I do want to recognize Eddie Spencer here. Eddie Spencer is the manager of the Household Hazardous Waste Facility. So what you will see here is really all his doing. I just let him do what he does, and if you look at this graph, it's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
But this chart that is on the screen here is basically, and I wasn't smart enough to figure out how to get the years on the bottom of the axis, but this is our household hazardous waste participation numbers from 2005 through 2017. As you can see, in 2005, here on the far left graph, we had 1,705 participants, and that increased a little bit through 2012 or so, and then when you see the big spike right here, that's about 2012. This is when the curbside recycling started also. I think that had quite a bit to do with it, in that we were able to provide a lot more information and education and just awareness of that this facility was there in place, and that we were accepting these household hazardous waste materials for our county residents free of charge. But as you will see, this is the end of, the last column is the end of 2017. So we went from 3,484 just 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago, all the way up to 6,829 participants in calendar year 2017. So we essentially doubled our participation in those 5 years, 5-6 years. That's something we're really proud of, because, and I think with most people, once they try it, they know they're doing something good for the community and for the environment, so they keep coming back. So I don't think we ever lose customers out here. I think all we do is just gain customers, and I think that's showing in this graph. And I will say one thing is, even though you see this steep increase in numbers, we've kept the same amount of people working out there. So Eddie, that's a tribute to Eddie, in that we've doubled what we've done, yet we've kept the same amount of staff working out there. So we're really proud of that. Eddie should be extremely proud of that, because it's all his doing. And every indication we have from the first few months of this year is that it is continuing to increase. It seems like nearly every month we beat the prior year's same month in numbers of participation. I think we've had maybe 1 month in probably the last 3 years where that did not happen. And then secondly, on this graph, or not the graph, but the chart I've given you with the yellow on it, this is a summary of our annual report form that we turn into Kansas Department of Health and Environment every year. This is a little off because their fiscal year is different than ours. What's on the screen here is the calendar years. This here is in concurrence with KHE's fiscal year from July 1st of 2016 through June 30th of 2017. So there's a 6-month lag in there. But the bottom line is the household hazardous waste facility over that year collected 326,181 pounds of household hazardous waste, and that basically is kept that out of the landfill, kept it out of the roadside ditches. Who knows? Lots of this material oftentimes can just be improperly disposed of, and having this facility has kept that amount of material in 1 year in a place where it should be. And I also just want to point out the type of investment that we put into this, because as you know, this facility is operated free of charge to county residents. The cost to run this operation in disposal, in staff, and things of that nature, the solid waste department spent nearly $350,000 last year to operate this facility. Again, all free of charge to the county residents, and again, no tax monies were used because it's coming from the solid waste department. So that's the kind of investment that we're putting into this, that we really want people to be aware, and we're glad to do it because it's just good for our community, good for the county, good for the residents of Shawnee County. So with that, if there's any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them, but we just wanted to give you an idea. I know we talk about it every month, but saying it doesn't really give you a picture of what's really going on, but this hopefully gives you a picture of what is going on.
Commissioner Archer, any questions?
No, I think Tom said it all. It's outstanding results. And Eddie, it's good to meet you and glad you're here today.
Commissioner Bueller?
It looks like the largest amount of quantities are like in paint and batteries, right? Is that what most people bring in? Yeah, lots of paint. And maybe, Eddie, you can explain what happens to the paint once it comes in to the facility. You might have to get up and to the podium and get on camera there.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, the latex paint, we reuse it. We mix it into 5-gallon buckets and sell it for $5 per bucket to the public. Anybody that wants to come up and get one, many as they want. The flammable paints and stuff gets shipped away, and basically everything else that comes in other than latex gets incinerated at some point if we don't reuse it in our reuse room that's right in front of the building.
Very good.
We have a kind of like a little store in front where people can come in and get auto products, house cleaners, stuff like that, and that's all free if they want to come and get that while they're getting a bucket of paint.
Good deal.
Great.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, Eddie.
Great
Thank
work.
you.
Tom, I think this is a great information for the county, and keeping this out of the landfills, it protects our environment, and just a good job overall. So thank you very much for the update.
Again, I need, like I said, like I mentioned it, it is not me, it is Eddie and his staff that really do all the work, so.
Thank you very much, Eddie.
Thank you.
Thank
Keep
you.
up the good work. Madam Clerk, our next item.
Item 3, consent agenda.
There are 5 items on the consent agenda. Are there any questions?
Move to approve the consent agenda.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Archer.
A second.
Second by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item 4, new business. A, County Clerk, number 1, consider all voucher payments.
We have the vouchers totaling $1,158,138.48. Largest amounts are in pooled cash, which is predominantly payroll, $544,599.89. Health insurance administration, $230,069.56. And then district court has $84,075.57, and there are 2 payments to SciTech for their audio-visual equipment. That makes up a large amount of that. So I have no questions. Move approval.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Bueller.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item A2, consider correction orders.
I'll move for approval of correction orders.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Cook for approval, second by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item B, information technology. Number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C-128-2018 with Computer Information Concepts for the Tax Administration Solution Platform at a cost of $60,400. Original contract C-425-2013 with funding from the Information Technology 2018 budget.
Good morning, Commissioners. Pat Oblander with the Information Technology Department. This is the annual request for renewal of maintenance on the CIC application that supports our tax administration solution. This solution is used by multiple departments as we process all of our business surrounding tax collection, distribution, and record keeping. It's probably a pretty good idea that we keep the maintenance up on this system, as it is a critical part of Shawnee County business. Be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions?
Move to approve the contract.
I'll second.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Archer, second by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Our next item.
Item C, Health Department. Number 1, consider approval of request to reclassify and fill a vacant emergency preparedness and community outreach specialist position, and also reclassify one filled EPCO specialist position, with both positions at a total salary, including benefits, of $61,214, and to fill any other positions that may become vacant from filling these positions.
Good morning, Commissioners. Linda Oakes from the Health Department. The reclassification is just an update for the position description. There is no change in range, step, or wage. This position has been vacant for several months. We took some time to look at the workload and whether one person could handle it, and we came to the conclusion that it was too much for one person. So we're asking to fill this position. It is completely funded by the Kansas Department of Health and Environment Local Preparedness Grant, and this person helps facilitate and can help be the fiscal agent for the assigned Public Health Emergency Preparedness Region, Shawnee County Emergency Support Function, ESF-8 Coordinator, Medical Reserve Corps Coordinator, and a local FEP Coordinator. We also work very closely with Shawnee County Emergency Management, and I believe that Dusty will be helping us with some of the interviews. So I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions regarding this?
No, I have none. Thank you, Linda. I'll move approval.
I'll second. Motion for approval by Commissioner Bueller, second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Thank you very much.
Commissioners.
Our next item.
Item D, Administrative Services. Number 1, presentation regarding the 2019 budget timeline.
Betty Greiner, Director of Administrative Services. Although it's only April, it's already time to start thinking about next year's budget. So I thought I would go over the timeline that's been established for this year's budget cycle. This information is out on our website under the Audit Finance page, and then under Budget Preparation. So the 2019 budget instructions and then the worksheets that the departments use, those went out to the individual departments on April the 2nd, last Monday, so that way they have a month and a half to work on these and to get them back to my department. So then May 15th, they are due, their requests, not only their requests, but also a strategic plan are due into the Audit Finance Department. We then review them, make sure that the numbers, tick and tie and all of that. And then all of the department requests and the strategic plans will go to the commissioners on June 1. That gives you a month to review those requests. I mean, it's quite a, if you print it out, it's a very big stack. So gives you time to review those, ask, any questions of my department or anything that you might have. Then July 5th through the 20th, we will have the discussions, budget discussions by department, or the budget hearings, we usually call them the budget hearings, with the department heads and the elected officials. Those are, IT will be streaming those live as well as recording those that people then can go back and watch. But those are scheduled during that time frame. Then, after those are completed, July 23rd through the end of July, any revisions that the departments need to make, from the budget hearings or anything like that can be made till the end of that month. Then on August the 2nd, which is a Thursday, at 5:30, we will have the public hearing for the commission to hear from the public, any comments they want to make, anything they want to say, that they want you to consider in the process. Then after that, then we will come back on August the 6th. You will start, that'll be a Monday, at the regular Monday meeting. You'll, review any input that was from the public hearing, and then we will start the discussions for the actual budget that will be eventually adopted. And that will be at every regularly scheduled Board of County Commission meeting from August 6th through the 20th, or as long as many as we need. And those will also, IT will stream those meetings live, as well as record those also. So the public really has an opportunity to not only hear all of the budget hearings if they would like, but also the discussion of the amounts that are actually decided upon by the commission. And then August 20 is my target date for us to have an adopted budget. And then by statute, it must be adopted by August 25th. So the process is very similar this year than it was last year. There's always tweaks that we need to make as far as dates and that type of thing. But other than that, the process is pretty much the same.
Okay.
So, any questions?
Yeah,
Questions,
sounds like a
Commissioner
plan. No, I don't have any questions.
Commissioner Archer?
Thanks.
All right, well, thank you very much for outlining that for us, and I don't want to say we're looking forward to it, but it's good to know that we have a plan set.
Yes.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next item.
Item 5, Administrative Communications.
This would be an opportunity for any department head or member of the public to address the commission on any item of interest or information.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kellen Seitz, Inspector of Vending Management in the Kansas Expo Center. Wanted to update on a few things. So for Skillet and King Country, that will be coming again this Saturday. The event starts at 7 o'clock. So we're currently almost 82% sold of capacity there. So typically in the last week, we do anywhere from 20 to 40% of our ticket sales. So we are anticipating a very good week of sales for that. So again, looking at potential to open up additional tickets if we need to the day of, so we can fulfill the needs of all of our Shawnee County residents to go see Skillet and for King Country. Last week was a very productive week from the booking side at the Kansas Expo Center. We have contracted and booked 3 events over the past 2 weeks, one of which we are going to announce on Friday. Will be a concert. We booked another concert, which I'm being told from the agency we will announce mid-May with the rest of their tour lineup, and then a family show that we will hopefully announce later this month as well. So very productive side of things going on from the booking side, and we're looking forward to getting going.
All right. Thank you, Kellen.
Thank you.
Commissioners, Tom Black, once again, Public Works Solid Waste. Now that we're into April, I just wanted to mention again, on April 28th, we will be having a tire amnesty collection event at our North Annex, which is located at 1515 Northwest Saline Street, and that's going to be from Saturday, the 28th, from 9 o'clock to 1 p.m. We'll be collecting free of charge, again, from county residents, not businesses, but individuals, up to 5 passenger vehicle tires. So if they're anticipating doing some spring cleaning, if spring ever gets here, they can get rid of at least 5 tires that day. So I want to mention that again.
Great, thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Larry Moss, Shawnee County Treasurer. Just a reminder, tomorrow the annex on 17th Street will be closed so that we can do some network and electrical work in there. We will reopen on the 11th, Wednesday. It's one day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning again, Commissioners. Linda Oakes from the Health Department. I have a couple of things. I am pleased to announce that the Health Department is now offering the Shingrix vaccine. This is a vaccine against shingles. It is a new vaccine, and it's for 58 adults aged 50 years and older with a healthy immune system. And even if you had the Zostavax vaccine before, this one is an important one to get also. And it is a 2-dose vaccine. And so please check with your insurance before you come to see if it's covered, and if you have Medicare, you'll need to go to the pharmacy. It's a different type of billing that we aren't able to do. These vaccines are available during our regular clinic hours at our clinic at 2115 Southwest 10th, or you can give us a call at 251-5700 if you have questions about the vaccine. We will be closed, the Health Department will be closed Thursday, April 12th for our Workforce Development Day, and we will reopen Friday at our regular time. Today is our community conversation for the county health rankings at 11:45 at the Topeka Shawnee County Public Library. The public is invited. We will be live streaming it on Facebook, both on our Facebook page and on Heartland Healthy Neighborhoods Facebook page if you can't make it and you want to watch. So we hope everyone will either come out or watch us on Facebook. And then last, the City Council will be considering a resolution to appeal the Tobacco 21 ruling that came out, and that will be tomorrow night. So I will be attending that meeting. Thank you.
Thanks, Linda.
Good morning, all. Herman Jones, Shawnee County Sheriff. Just two things of interest this week. As KDOT will say, this is the orange is the color of the week. This week is a National Week of Work Zone Awareness. As we know, the cones start coming up during the spring, during the summer, and those type of things. But more importantly, we've got people working in the zones. For us traveling through, we just want to make sure that we're safe for the individuals that are working and for us, for ourselves. So be aware of those type of things that are going on right now. It is really important because of public safety. KDOT reports that traffic fatalities are down 25% compared to last year. And so with that, then, it's just being more cognizant of things in your surroundings and those type of things that go on. And obviously in our county and our city, you're going to have people working, whether it be city, county, or state employees working out there. I think about this one commercial that was out there. It's like someone driving through your office. At FAST. Well, those people that work out in those works, that's their office. So let's be cognizant of that. Second, this week is also National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week. So this is about our dispatchers, and we're just giving tribute to those individuals that take on those calls from individuals and our citizens on distress and emergency situations like that. Just kind of give you an example. From January to March, our dispatch center has received 68,128 calls. That's what they're dealing with in that time frame. And then calls for service, they go out about 44,468. So the individuals that work in that communication center are working, just working real hard to serve the individuals there. So we'll have several events recognizing our folks throughout the week and those type of things right there. So I just want to bring that. Okay?
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Any others? Commissioner Bueller,
I
anything?
don't have anything. Thank you.
Commissioner Archer?
I just wanted to say to Kellen, I hope that Darius Rucker is one of the concerts that you're going to be announcing shortly. I keep bringing that up. But, you know, I was reviewing a report on the Expo Center this morning, and it talked about the new internship programs we're having. It talked about new marketing strategies. It talked about profitability of events, and it just demonstrated a can-do attitude. And I wanted to compliment Kellen and Spectra for the good job they're doing at the Expo Center. I think we'll look back on the decision we made last year to go with Spectra as one of the smartest things that we've ever done as a commission. So, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. As we discuss the Expo Center, there will be a need for a work session on Thursday with HTK. And just as a update, a work session is not an action item, but it is a opportunity for the commissioners to discuss items in public, where we would decide what routes we want to take, what influences we want to have, and this will be meeting with the architects and other people that are involved with the renovations to the Expo Center, and that will be on Thursday. On Monday, the 16th, there will be a work session for Parks and Recreation regarding the excess revenues and the needs that Parks and Recreation would have. And this would be an opportunity for the advisory board, other members of the public, for us to have a work session on the needs of Parks and Recreation. Thursday, the 19th, is the third Thursday where we would have an update on the agenda regarding the Expo Center. And then also on Thursday's agenda, the 19th, I anticipate having an agenda item where we would discuss the excess revenues and where those would go. Either they would go to Parks and Recreation, the Expo Center, or a combination of both. And so just to kind of giving a timeline again, work session on Thursday with Expo Center, work session on Monday with Parks and Recreation, with action being taken then on the 19th, maybe. So it will be on the agenda for action to be taken. So. Also, I do invite everybody to the Board of Health meeting, as Linda Oakes talked about, at 11:45 at the library. This is a panel discussion regarding the improvement plan, the health rankings, and where we are going to go as a community with our to improve our health standings. So I don't have anything additional for the administrative communications. Our next item.
Item 6, executive session.
There is a need for an executive session. I will make a motion for 10 minutes on the following matters. 1, to discuss personnel matters of non-elected personnel related to department head evaluations, and that would be for 5 minutes. And then for consultation with the attorney for the public body or agency, which would be deemed privileged, in the attorney-client relationship related to pending litigation, and that would also be for 5 minutes, and that is a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Approved 3-0. We're in executive session for 10 minutes.
Apparently.
We are back from executive session. No action taken. We are adjourned.